Hello, my name is Lumiel, and this is the Bloodborne Lorethrough, where we play through Bloodborne and discuss the lore. In the previous episode, we fought Master Logarius and revealed the hidden secret of forbidden, forsaken Castle Cainhurst. Queen Annalise was there, and we picked up an unopened summons. So I said in the next episode we would continue to the Shrouded Chapel in the Cathedral Ward, but we actually are going to do a kind of loose ends miscellaneous episode. We picked up a Cainhurst badge, and I would like to look at the items that we get from that. We have this Cainhurst armor set. And over here, we can now buy the Evelyn, which I already found, but we also are able to pick up some of the weapons from the area, including the Rider Plosh, which I've already picked up, but now the Chikage. And I think that's it. Yeah, so we can pick up the Chikage. And let's take a look at this. So I'm already wearing kind of the noble wear from Cainhurst, which I like quite a bit, but let's check out the knight set, which is their version of the hunter. So if Yharnam has a hunter and the church has a hunter, Cainhurst just referred to theirs as knights. Okay. And what we'll do is look at the description. It's a silver helmet, looks similar to the mask that's been forced over Annalise's head. Silver helmet worn by the royal guards who protect Annalise, Queen of the Vile Bloods of Castle Cainhurst. This paper-thin silver armor is said to deflect blood of ill intent, and is what allows royal guards to capture prey for their beloved queen, so that one day she may bear a child of blood. Deflects blood of ill intent. That's interesting. And same thing said on each piece. So this is what it looks like. And it is a very cool armor. I'm going to switch it up a little bit. Let's see. I'll keep the gloves and the helmet, I think, and then just change this up. So I'm going to wear a mix of the Cainhurst gear. So, like I said, we picked up an unopened summons, and we know someone who would be very interested in getting to Cainhurst. So let us go to the Cathedral Ward. And I also want to take a note of Ariana here, who has been feeling very ill. Ariana, if you remember, gave us blood that it said a hunter of the church would recognize as forbidden. So, a member of the old healing church would know that her blood is similar indeed to precisely what was once forbidden, referring to Cainhurst and the Vile Bloods and their forbidden blood that was brought back. It's a loose thread, but there are paintings in Cainhurst of a mother, seemingly the queen, holding a blonde child, and she is a Vile Blood. That's all we can say for sure. But perhaps she is the queen's daughter. So let's go into the Cathedral Ward, and we're going to try to talk to Alfred. Now, if I were truly role-playing my character, I've now sworn an oath to the Vile Blood, so I would not do this, unless the only reason I swore was out of fear and to get away. But I'm going to give the summons that leads to Cainhurst to Alfred, who is a Vile Blood hunter and whose master was... Sorry, I just always have to deal with this guy. And whose master was Martyr Logarius. And if Alfred is still here, and he is, let's talk to him.
Oh, good to see you safe. Now, let's think up something to discuss. Just tell me what piques your interest.
And we've talked about all of these things, but let's give him the summons.
Aha! Is that the sigil of Cainhurst?
And their
I've
clothing.
heard tell of Cainhurst nobles and their amusingly pompous invitations. Wonderful. I thank you profusely. I will depart immediately, but first, a token of my gratitude.
Wheel Hunter Badge. Church Bow.
Ah, I feel my master's hand at work. Praise the good blood, and let us cleanse these tarnished streets.
This has reminded me that we have not looked at the various badges we've been picking up. So Cainhurst Badge, Badge of the Royal Guards of Cainhurst, Loyal Guardians of the Vile Blood Queen Annalise. The Vile Bloods are hunters of blood and hunt prey as they search for blood dregs. The hunter who joins them is faced with a decision: to merely borrow their strength or to become one of them, heart and soul. So they're hunting blood, not so much beasts. We have the Wheelhammer Badge. I don't think we looked at the description of this. So, we've heard most of this, but the Badge of the Hunter of Hunters is quietly passed down from generation to generation, usually to an outsider from the hinterlands. To be entrusted with this cursed badge, one must be strong, resilient to the seduction of blood, and gracious when taking a comrade's life. And now he's given us this. Martyr Logarius led a band of executioners, and this badge was crafted at their dedicated workshop. The wheel symbolizes righteous destiny. Their workshop was a secretive enclave of mystical beliefs and heady fanaticism, which you hear in his voice, Alfred's. Heady fanaticism, which served as the backbone of the executioner's unique brand of justice. So he said he will head there immediately. While we are here, let's go and check on where we last saw Eileen the Crow, which was just outside the Grand Cathedral. And everyone's still here. And there's a giant up ahead. And she is gone. But her blood remains. So let's just go in here and see if anything has changed. And if not, reminder, we did face a Cainhurst hunter here. But let's return and check in with Annalise. Annalise, Queen of the Vile Bloods. Let's just, yeah, let's hop outside rather than right into the chamber and we'll walk in. See if he made it to her, now that the door's been left open. Okay, there's the throne. I was trying to remember which direction we were heading. He's a vile blood hunter, and other than me, she is the last vile blood.
Master, look! I've done it! I've done it! I smashed and pounded and grounded this rotten siren into fleshy pink pulp. There, you filthy monstrosity! What good's your immortality now? Try stirring up trouble in this sorry state. All mangled and twisted, with every inside on the outside for all the world to see.
Such cruelty. And here we can see the Logarius wheel, and the helmet that Alfred wears when he hunts. His executioner helmet. I would suspect that it is inspired by Silent Hill 2 and the pyramid thing, or Red Pyramid, or Pyramid Head, and the executioners of Silent Hill's past, but that is outside the lore of this game. And yeah, he's wearing the executioner set, and all we see is this mess. Her helmet is, or her trap of a helmet is gone. And if you look, her organs are still moving.
You, is it? Look at this. Thanks to you, I've done it. Well, isn't it wonderful? Now Master can be canonized as a true martyr. I've done it. I have. I've done it.
We picked up queenly flesh, and it says it writhes eerily, which you can see. So let's look at the queenly flesh. The remains of Annalise, vile blood queen of Cainhurst. This pinkish lump of flesh remains warm as if cursed. All hail the undying queen of blood. So he's not going to say anything more, just gloat and laugh. And we can return to the hunter's dream. And let's check in on the grave we first found him at. Grave or monument, which it's an area I haven't been in quite a while. So Cathedral Ward. Yeah, I think that's the best way to get there. I believed it was a monument to Master Logarius that he was at. And I had suspected Logarius was dead. But it appears he just went to Cainhurst and never returned. And here's what it looks like when he comes over to grab us. But we're not going that way for now. We're going like the path we took to Old Yarnum. And a dog or two will come down here, and we have a guy shooting at us. Alright. So over here was the grave, or monument. And now we see Alfred laying dead in front of the monument. Seemingly finished his mission and took his life. And we have the Radiance rune. Symbol of the Executioners. A secret symbol left by Carol, runesmith of Bergenorth. The rune for Radiance, adopted by the sworn Executioners under Logarius' command. The Executioners despise the impure Vilebloods, and no matter what the circumstances, would never cooperate with the bloodthirsty hunters who served the undead Queen Annalise. Makes you wonder if there's any significant difference in the blood, or if it was more of a rift of beliefs that happened long ago. Like some fed on the blood, others used it for science, and some were called Vilebloods and the others sought to kill them or kill each other. But that is the fate of Logarius and his student, Alfred. So, to save some time, I will just use Blood Hunter mark. We have the queenly flesh now. I'm going to return to the hunter's dream and return to her chambers. And see if we can restore the queenly flesh. Perhaps we can say we knew what we were doing if we're able to restore her, and it was a way to remove her prison. So this is a key item, meaning not an item we can just click use. So all we can tell is it still writhes. We can no longer kneel. And I don't believe this gives any queenly flesh, the remains of Annalise.
Here's a summary from
Vileblood, Queen of Cainhurst. This pinkish lump of flesh remains warm as if cursed. All hail the Undying. So it looks like there's just nothing we can do with it yet. But we do have queenly flesh, and we can tell that it is still moving, or she is still moving, although calling it she in this state seems quite grotesque. So we will have to keep watch for an item or a place in which we can use this key item. It does hint that it serves a purpose because it's in the key item area. So I actually will end the episode here. I just wanted to tie up the loose ends of Cainhurst, other than this one that is left dangling, which we will deal with later. But we saw Alfred's quest line through, and in the next episodes, we will pick up and continue from the Cathedral Ward, the shrouded hidden chapel to the right, and we will either use the tonsil stone and be taken to another plane by Amygdala, or we will continue through the open door and find out where that goes. So tune in to find out.